Okay, before today's video starts, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys go over to enchantedgrow.com, there's a huge catalog of everything plant related. Everything from air plants, house plants, carnivorous plants, to freshwater aquatics. Also, you will get 10% off your first order just by typing in your email. Over here, as you can see, if we go over to the house plant catalog, there's a huge selection to choose from. We ship one of the highest quality plants and we ensure customer satisfaction with a 100% live arrival guaranteed on all our orders. If there's any problem with your order, go ahead and send it over and our customer service team will help you go ahead and resolve any request. Go ahead and enjoy today's video and comment down below if you guys have any other suggestions or any other videos you guys would like to see. Now enjoy today's video. Alright, so right over here we have a Tai Constellation Monstera, as you can see. So usually when you want to propagate these, you guys want to cut at the node. So you see how this is the branch. The node is usually the section where it's a little bit thicker. It's almost like sectioning off. It usually is where all the leaves are at. So right over here, there's one right here. I'll try to get a zoom in. Okay, so right over here you want to go ahead and grab a nice pair of scissors give it a clean cut, because if it's not clean, it could rot a little bit easier. So after you got a good scissor that can make a clean cut, so it has to be sharp, you want to go ahead and get a good section off the node. You don't want it too close to any leaves, and you want it just right in the center so it kind of has some space to grow some roots. So as you can see, I'm cutting everything right in the middle because everything looks perfectly spaced out. And you really want to be careful of this. So here are the cuttings that we got. And you just want to dry it off with a paper towel to get any sap off. The sap, it's going to end up causing it to be moist, and that's going to end up rotting inside of the water, so you definitely want to make sure it's dry. So as you can see over here, I'm patting everything down. Something that's also important to note, I noticed a lot of other people tend to cut off the roots. I found if you leave the roots on and if you do everything properly, it will not rot and it will actually speed up the process of rooting, so leave them on. Okay, so we got our Monstera cuttings right over here. As you can see, we gave it some time, around 24 hours. A little bit more than that to callus over. You can see from every single one individually. Is it gonna focus or no? Let me see. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it almost dried off a little bit right over here, which is a very good sign. So most likely when we do plant in water, it wouldn't rot in this area. Okay, so what I usually like to do is, for today's demonstration, we will be growing them inside of these pots. Not really pots, we'll be growing it inside of these red cups right here. The reason why is because they're nice and large and they won't tip over as easy. Sometimes you can use a glass vase. Well, in my case, because I'm growing so many, I'll be using these cups. So how we set up these cups is, I usually like to either use straw or some type of chopstick to kind of prop the plant up. I'll show you guys what I mean. So let's go ahead and rip the straw open right here and then pull it out. We got the straw right here, right? What we are gonna go ahead and do is use a tape and stick it right there, just like that. Okay, with this piece of tape, this is kind of a two-handed job, but I'm gonna put the piece of tape on the straw. With the straw, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the cup, just right here. Just like that, you see that? So this is gonna be pretty firm, it's not going anywhere. Then you're gonna go ahead and grab your cutting. For example, right now we are gonna, oh, this one dried out. The leaves actually dried out just a little bit, so we should probably get this planted soon. But yeah, this guy right here. See, Monstera cutting, a little bit dried out, but at least the bottom calloused over, which is what we wanted, because that means now it won't rot. So kind of drop it in there like that. Usually, at least I like to have the leaves going over the cup, just make sure it kind of balances a little bit better. So right over here, you see how I lined everything up? Yep. So right after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a very thin, like not really thin, just like a piece of saran wrap right over here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gently wrap the plant around the straw. Now what this is gonna do is it's gonna keep it in place while making sure there isn't too much pressure to apply on the plant. If you use tape, well, if you were to rip it off, it could cause a lot of damage. That's why this is the best method to go ahead and get your Tai Constellation Monstera tied down. So let's see, I'll show you guys the finished result in a second. So you just want to go a couple passes. So usually I like to put 2 pieces on. First piece is mainly to hold the plant in place. Second piece, I'm gonna usually do a little bit higher, and this one I'm gonna kind of give it a little bit more of a tug, a little bit more pressure. This is what's gonna actually make sure the plant does not go anywhere. Let's just go ahead, just like this, wrap it around, and just like that, you have it fully wrapped. Perfect. So this isn't really going anywhere. You can see we shake it around a little bit. It's not gonna go anywhere. Maybe the leaf might twist and turn, but that should be fine. Right over here, where the stem is that we let it callus over, we are gonna go ahead and add some water in here. So I'm gonna first finish all of them and then we're gonna add them together. So now let me just skip this part. Okay, so right over here I'll show you guys what it looks like using a chopstick. So sometimes you could also add in the water ahead of time, it's up to personal preference. So right here, as you can see, I have a nice cup of water. I'm doing the exact same process as a straw, but instead now I have a chopstick that's holding the plant in place. A chopstick is a little bit more sturdy, which is very nice. So you just want to do the same thing, go ahead and wrap it around the plant and the chopstick just to hold everything in place. Sometimes the water added a nice little weight so it doesn't tip over. Go ahead and go check out enchantedgrow.com if you guys want any house plants. The Tai Constellation should be on the shop soon, so check it and stay updated. Okay, so as we fast forward to around 2 to 3 weeks maybe, we can go ahead and see how it's doing. So you can see the area roots, it actually grew a very nice new water root out of it that can help it be planted soon. So as you can see, it's nice and long, so I literally just tossed one of the cuttings into a tank I had sitting around. I had to clean it up, so I just might as well just toss it in there for the time being. As you can see, it is a little bit dirty, but as you can see, even in these conditions, it rooted very nicely. Here are the other two, and as you can see, the leaves are very healthy. So that's gonna be the end of today's video. Go ahead and plant these in a pot as soon as you see that rooting happening, and hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Go ahead and go to enchantedgrow.com to go get your premium supplies. Thanks for watching.